Hello, my name is Kez. I am a photographer and youth worker and founder of the Photo Club. I'm here today to talk to you about the activity pack that we've released as part of Fringe Feb, along with One Chippenham and Boroughlands. There's loads of other artists in Chippenham right now delivering loads of fun things for you to get involved in over the weekends. I'm here to do a bit of a Q&A on photography, so if you've got any burning questions about photography or what I do or the Photo Club, stick them in the comments and we can answer them straight away for you. So I've had a few sent in already, which I think I can go through now. But yeah, who have we got? We've got a couple of people watching. Hello. Okay, so our first question we've got is, how long have I been doing photography professionally? That's a great question. I was about 15 when I was commissioned for my first photo shoot, which was quite young. I was paid £100 to do a family photography wedding. I remember being so scared. It was the first thing I'd ever done and been paid for. And if there's other photographers out there that you know, it's really scary when you first take commission. You have to put all of your confidence into yourself that you know you're going to do that well. So I was really scared I was going to mess up. But I planned so much, and I had a list of photographs that I actually wanted to take. Yeah, so 15. My next paid photo shoot was with Bath College. I was actually a student there, and the principal wanted some photographs for their new perspective. We had to enter this competition to see, with all the other photographers in the college, to see who could get the deal, and I actually came out on top and bagged myself a £200 cheque for 25 photographs, which actually took me 6 weeks to complete, and a lot of time and effort put into these 25 photographs, and at the time was absolutely amazing. So yeah, I've been doing it for quite a long time now. Oh, I can see a comment in here from Kate. How did you get into all of the photography stuff? Oh, good question. We've actually got that. Somebody else asked that earlier. So how I got into photography, I was at school, and they had like an activities week, and so me and my friends, we were in art class together. We were like, let's try out photography for the day, and so we were given these little point and shoot cameras, and we went around the school and we took photographs of everything: classrooms, rubbish, bins, benches. They had like a fruit bowl, flowers, greenhouses. Honestly, we spent the day taking photographs of absolutely anything we could. And then we got to learn a little bit about Photoshop in the afternoon. And actually, on the same day, we were asked to enter a competition within the school. I didn't think much of it. I just gave my favourite photograph, which was a strawberry on a like tree stump. It wasn't the best, but at the time I thought it was amazing, and so I entered it in, and the next week comes along, and we were in assembly, and my name got called out that I'd won, and in that moment I was like, whoa, I forgot I'd even done that, but how cool is this? And it gave me such confidence, and it gave me this new spark, and then from then my nan got me a little point and shoot pink camera, and I took photographs of everything I could from then on. And that photograph I won in school, my parents actually have in their dining room. So that's how I got into all the photography. And then from there, it just carried on. It just all fell into place, really. Thanks for that question, Kate. Okay, I have a question here. It says, do you do local wildlife photography around the river and cycle path area? How do you feel about Wiltshire Council destroying this? No need to answer if you don't want to. Good one. I will answer. I really enjoy the cycle path and the river walks. I personally don't have the patience for wildlife photography. I'm a very active person, and I don't have the patience to sit there all day and wait for a wicked shot to come along. It's a really hard one to answer about how I feel about Wiltshire Council destroying this, because I enjoy seeing places grow and expand, and the progress, but it's always sad to see wildlife getting affected by that as well. Okay, any more questions you've got, pop them in the comments. I've got another question here that said, oh, it's the same as Kate's really, what started the interest in photography? Our next question we've got is, what's your favourite thing about being a photographer and why? Other people. So I'm quite a sociable person. I like other people's reactions, and I love being able to capture moments and memories for other people and those around me. And for myself, really, I like looking back at places I've been, or memories and people I've spent time with. Over the years, I've accumulated thousands of photographs with all the places I've been, and each one of them tell their own story. And I like to think that in the future, I can look back at them and think about all the different stories I can tell with them. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, we've got some more people viewing now. Hello, new people. I've got another question here that says, what type of camera would you recommend buying? I'm always going to recommend Canon, and I know there is, between photographers, I know there's this war between all the different types of equipment, but the reason I purely recommend using Canon is because I personally use them, and I've used them my whole life, and I enjoy how they work and how simple it is to learn the cameras, and they're all pretty much the same. I mean, although some of the other competitors are now bringing out some really great cameras, it might mean that they might persuade me in the future to change over, but we'll see. For the top three I would recommend for you guys out there is, so for a beginner's camera, I'd recommend a Canon 450D. The reason I recommend these, I actually use these to teach photography on. So people that come on to my classes, we give them one of these cameras. They're perfect for learning the basics and enabling progression. So you can learn more depth skills. You can start off beginner and end up professional on these cameras, and then you can get some better gear. My second one I would recommend is the Canon 105 point and shoot camera. Loads of automatic settings on there, nice and small and compact. And then the third one is your phone camera. Phone cameras are amazing quality these days. So I'd recommend using a phone camera. Oh, we've got another one from Kate. Do you have any big plans for the photo club in 2021? That is a very good question. Yes, we're working on quite a lot of stuff at the moment to do with the photo club. As you all know, we've taken the photo club online, like most companies, and we've worked really hard to have our online courses built into our website. So those are really exciting. We've got kids photography workshops and teen photography courses. And yeah, big plans for 2021 is pushing those online courses, and hopefully, well, the thing is, we can't really plan at the moment, so hopefully get outside soon, fingers crossed. But yeah, we'll have to see what comes. Okay, we've got another question back here that says, is good lighting important to take a good photograph? Yes. Lighting is always an important role in photography, but it is how you use it and how you use your creative eyes. Our best source of lighting is the sun, and you can create so many different moods with the time of the day it is. As for expensive lighting, you can use any types of light: desk lamps, torches, phone camera torches. But I wouldn't recommend spending loads of money on lighting if you're first starting out, because we have the sun, and you do have indoor lights that are already available to you. Okay, we have another question here about the photo club. Why did you set up the photo club? Okay, so after college, being a photography student, I was offered a job working with students and young people. From then I went on to do youth work, where I trained to be a qualified youth worker. And in this particular youth club, a great bunch of young people, they were interested in my day job, and at the time I was a freelance photographer, as well as doing youth work on the evenings. And so the next week, myself and the manager, we arranged a photography evening where I brought in all of my kit. We set up my studio and the lights, and they used the cameras. It was a lot of fun, and they got to use all the equipment. They got really engaged in it. And so from then on, other youth clubs started asking about it, and we did a 6-week project with them. They actually helped design it, so they told me what they wanted to learn, and we did it together. And yeah, from then on, I was unfortunately made redundant as a youth worker, and from then on, I was inspired to set up the photo club, where I go out and teach young people, use my youth work skills and photography skills to engage them. Okay, we've got another question from Jasmine. Is there a dream photo? Okay, I like this one. Is there a photo that you dream of capturing, like a bucket shot? Yes. And I still haven't found it. I've got to find the place first. Thanks, Jasmine, for your comment. It's so the dream shot for me, I've had it for years, and it's of a single tree in all the seasons. I want to stand in the same place and photograph a tree. I've been wanting to do this since I was a student, and I was doing some research and I saw a photographer do it, and I thought it was insane. I thought it was really cool, but I just haven't found the right place. I want a tree with a field, nice landscape, nothing else in the way or around. So that's my bucket shot, and hopefully I'll get it soon, whenever we can get out and search for new places. Okay, we've got one here that says, I have problem with my hands and can only use small cameras. What would you suggest as a way to improve with a large camera and without a variety of lenses? Okay, so in the Fun Family Photography Pack that we've sent out and you can download from One Chippenham website, in there's some tips and techniques that will help you improve your photography. There's also some activities where you can practice your photography without using any expensive equipment or long lenses or anything too heavy. I would suggest for you to improve your photography skills is to get creative with lighting. We spoke about earlier how the sun is a really good way of lighting and maybe setting mood. You can focus on shapes, color, angles. Think outside the box about how you want to move around to create your photograph. And also look at what settings your camera has. So sometimes cameras have inbuilt settings such as black and white and maybe portraits. Maybe go outside your comfort zone and use some of these techniques and settings to improve your skills. Okay, got any more comments? I've got one here that says, do you need expensive equipment to be a good photographer? And never. Nope. This is something I promote in all of my courses. You don't need expensive equipment to be a great photographer. As long as you have access to a device, it might not be yours, but you could borrow one, then your creative eye and your passion will take the lead. You don't need to be buying expensive stuff. Use whatever you can get hold of, whatever you've got at home. Even like phones are great. Whether you can borrow a phone off somebody or a camera off somebody, use your eyes and everything will fall into place after. Oh, hi Carly. Carly's asked, what's your favourite photo that you've captured and why? My favourite photo? That's a really good one because I have thousands and thousands of photographs. My favourite photo would have to be, I was in the Lake District and I went off for a couple of hours taking some photographs, wandering around, and I was on my own, so it was really nice just to be in my own space, have my camera and just have that creative freedom to wander around. And it's a photograph of a lake with some nice mountains in the background, and right at the back is a mountain that I climbed the day before. And the reason I really like this one is because it actually took me ages to get. I just got myself some new filters, and I was half in this lake, so I got a wet foot. I stuck my tripod in, tried to get as low as possible, and it just took me so long to capture this photograph that for those reasons I absolutely love as one of my up there #1 photographs so far. I'll tell you another one as well. I've got a really lovely photograph. It's a street photography photograph. So when I was a student, I was really into street photography. and our lecturers introduced it to us, and we did a whole topic about it. And what street photography is where you go out and about and you take photographs of people and your environments and what's going on around you, and you kind of sit in the background and hopefully no one notices you. And I got a cracking shot of an old woman having her nails done with she was inappropriately giving me a sign, shall we say. And to this day, I really like that photograph of this woman. Okay, I've got one more question back here. Is what tips would you give someone who wants to start photography on their iPhone? Okay, so smartphone photography has become so popular recently. I'm going to suggest, firstly, download our family photography pack from One Chippenham website. In there lies loads of little activities that you can do on your phone, which will improve your photography skills. And also you can attend our phone photography workshop, which is free, funded by Boroughlands in Chippenham. And that'll be on Saturday, 6th of March. And we'll be going through a couple of hours on how to use your phone to get the best photographs. Some tips I'll recommend to you is have a little look through all the settings you've got and just try and use them. So you might have like different settings for black and white, portraits, how to blur out the background. Just have a little go with using some of those settings on your phone. Okay. Hi, Casti. What do you think of urban exploring photography? Have you done anything like that? I love it. I follow so many people online and on Instagram that do this type of photography, and I'm a little envy of them because it looks so cool and so exciting. I personally have never done it, and I really want to go out and find all these cool places and get really into it. But yeah, I think hats off to those photographers that spend the time getting these shots, and yeah, I really liked it. I really can't wait to do it. Maybe that's something I should put on for this year's goal, is to learn urban exploring photography. Thanks, Casti. Okay, I'm all out of questions this end, so if any of you are watching, you've got any other questions, pop them in the comments, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the Family Fun Photography Activity Pack that you can download from One Chippenham website. So One Chippenham have created Fringe Arts Festival. So there are lots of artists in Chippenham right now who are doing free workshops, videos, online webinars you can attend, all to do with arts and celebrating that. What we're doing for that is we've hosted this Q&A and we have hosted the Family Fun Activity Pack. And inside this pack, we've got tips and techniques. So you'll learn 5 of my top tips and techniques to take better photographs. There are 3 photo challenges. So in the challenge, you will be given 21 words, and each word you have to take a photograph of within your environment. And it's really fun because you can't skip any words. You have to do it in order, and you have to challenge yourself to take photographs of different things rather than the same thing. So there's 3 of them. We have the 60-minute toilet roll challenge. Some of you will see our video on YouTube, and this 60-minute toilet roll challenge is encouraging you to get a toilet roll and take photographs through the toilet roll. It's a little bit different. Also inside the pack, we've got toy photography. So you'll get some of my top tips on how to take photographs of toys, how to make them a little bit more lifelike. This one's really fun for the family and kids to get your toys together when it's a rainy day and take some fun photographs with them. I've got a step-by-step guide on how to build your own light box / home studio, also with a video. And you can do that out of a cardboard box and no expensive equipment needed. I've also included our bubble photography. So recently I created some awesome images of bubbles and washing up liquid. So in this pack, you'll find a step-by-step guide on how to do it and what you'll need to take these awesome photographs. We've got another challenge here with colours, so focusing on colours and how to take photographs of colours. We've got a bit in there about documentary photography. I've always had a passion for documentary photography. We've recently run a course in Chippenham with some young people who documented life in lockdown, and that was really cool. So I've included some tips about documentary photography so that you guys can document one of your days in lockdown, or one of your days in the future to come. We've got a bit about Instagram, and we've got some YouTube videos on there. Again, all free to download from the One Chippenham website. And yeah, that's about everything from me. Unless any of you guys have any more questions, thank you for those that have tuned in to ask me some questions today. And hopefully you'll enjoy our photography activity pack, and maybe we'll see you at one of our upcoming workshops next weekend. Okay. I'll give you a few more minutes to see if anyone comes up with any more questions, and then I'm gonna go. No, it doesn't look like anyone's got any more questions. So thank you very much for coming on live today. I was a little bit nervous about this today, so thank you for tuning in and giving me something to talk about. Yeah, see you guys in the future.